Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the stream today, which is going to continue with the Poland and now the, well, it's a commander. When did we form them? Wasn't long ago. Can we kind of start with something a little bit more chilled out? Oh, thank you, game. Thank you. So yeah, Commonwealth. Let's just alter all of these that I've got up at the moment. Hey, Death Donut. How the devil are you? So, Commonwealth, we had just pieced out of a war with Muscovy. I'm doing well, thank you very much. Thank you for asking. I've got work at this evening time, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We had just pieced out with Muscovy. Why would we just piece out with Muscovy? To break his alliance with France, because I mean we could take on a Muscovy, a Sweden, and a France, but if you don't need to, then there's no need to waste troops. It's all about expanding for as cheap as possible. So we attacked in Tordiev, brought in Muscovy. From that, we annulled his alliance with France. We're then now immediately going to attack into Sweden and bring Muscovy in yet again. Whilst Muscovy has troops here that are black flagged, we can rush to the borders here with my troops. He's going to have to go back to his land to unblack flag himself. If we can intercept him at the point where he unblack flags himself, then we get to do some squishing, because we'll have troops in better positions than he has. Also, we need to take advantage of this, the plus 10% to discipline that ends December of next year. So I need as many fights going on as quickly as we can. Plus attacking into Sweden, I mean, we've got claims, got these claims, so hypothetically we could take the Swedish capital, and I might go for that. It is going to be the most expensive province to take in terms of aggressive expansion, but it's going to solidify our grasp on the Baltic Sea, meaning that we're not going to need any ships here at all. Just take Stockholm and we can use all of our ships in dragging a good amount of ducats out of the Novgorod node. And then we need to focus this. Denmark. Denmark's allied with Brandenburg. Allied with Brandenburg and integrating Norway. We do have Lubeck. But I think I'm going to integrate Lubeck. If we integrate Lubeck, then we've got, I mean, we've got direct claims on Denmark anyway, but they're over here. They're Gotland, all this. But if we grab a claim on Holstein, Schleswig, Kolding, then I'm not going to have to cross this at any point. And that's where we might fall down, because we're not exactly navy centric. So integrate Lubeck, claim on Holstein, declare over Holstein, take it. I mean, if we can flood this the peninsula here with Commandant troops, or Austrian troops, or Bohemian troops for that matter, then we just get taken more score and we win anyway. I mean, they may even shuffle their navies around. I mean, the AI is a little bit silly with the navy. There are times when you can get to its capital, there are times when you can't, but if we can pick up the centres of trade here and start shuffling our, well, where we collect downstream, then we're only going to make more money. Got relative control here. Lots of control in the Baltic. We're going to have a lot of control in Novgorod. So anything coming up this way is going to get caught in between Krakow, Baltic, Novgorod. And it's going to get sucked into Lubeck. And then end game getting into the channel, which is the the best node in the best end node, I would say, in the game. Anyway, an attack into Sweden. Let's get our people into such a position. I don't know why I black flagged it. Oh, I do. We released the Novgorod. We took a province off Muscovy. We released quite a good one actually. Released Novgorod, but Novgorod released with Kolm as well. This province. So we immediately took Kolm off him because we want to give Novgorod his cores back, which are up here. So I don't want Novgorod starting as a country with quite a few provinces. Otherwise, relative strength of the alliance and all that good stuff. Anyway, Lubeck. Lubeck, we're at 175. We need to be at 190 before we can integrate him. He's... I never flipped him to Orthodox, did I? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's so small, it won't take much to integrate him. Need Gotland from Denmark, then you'll have all the trade centres. Oh, Gotland's a thing as well. We might struggle getting onto Gotland, but if we can get onto it, maybe if we can sneakily ship people onto Gotland whilst we're attacking them over Holstein a little bit later on, whilst he's using his ships to try and blockade us here, we might be able to sneak onto to Gotland, possibly from Stockholm if we've picked it up from the subsequent war against Sweden. But talking about Sweden, he's going to have a half decent navy, so don't know why you're taking attrition there, because these are home waters. Let's link all of these up. We'll have a tick of repair in Rewal. Looks like the majority of the Swedish fleet is in Viborg. Viborg's a fort as well. So we'll use our fleet as a rolling blockade for Viborg and then forts further down. I think it's just Stockholm then. So it'll take a repair to get everyone up to 100. Yeah, we need to upgrade a lot of our trade ships, a lot of our light ships, but not desperate for that. Conversion successful, excellent. Next one down, 16 months, Varmia. Where are you? Is this why we have the edict on? I don't think so. Did we put an edict on anywhere? I've forgotten. Since last night I've forgotten if we had a religious edict on, or whether we were just going down the list because it was so cheap anyway. We might just be going down the list. I did think about picking up a Defender of the Faith as well, but we still have a few tiny Orthodox countries knocking about. I don't really like picking up the Defender of the Faith if I'm going to have to actually defend people of the faith. Oh, we've got Georgia and stuff down here. We might take them out ourselves. If you are the only person of your faith, then apart from your minions, if you're the only person of your faith, then picking up a Defender of the Faith is pretty powerful. Muscovy can't form Russia without Novgorod. Muscovy can't form Novgorod. Muscovy can't form Russia without Moscow. It's one of the first fights we had into to Muscovy, just to try and control him. We have this. He has to have Moscow and he has to have Novgorod. Stipulation for turning into Russia. So we rushed for Moscow, picked it up. Not our winner. Why are you going that way? Oh, this nonsense. Great, Paradox, please fix. Because I set him on his way whilst he was in enemy land. Now I can't control him until he gets all the way. Ah, cheers. Thanks for that, Paradox. All the bugs, all the time. Alright, that's our navy out. Nope, you have gone. Who's underneath us? Muscovite. So we'll take out a Muscovite light ship. Don't know where the Swedish fleet has gone, but I don't particularly need it. Let's try and intercept that 10 stack. Many jobs of a soldier. Lose 5 army professionalism or ducats. I will lose all of those ducats. That's how much I value the army professionalism. Alright, Sweden. Declare war into you. Muscovy comes in. Excellent, excellent. Let's go. You lot can't activate yourself in terms of being hostile because you're all black flagged, which means you have to move this way. And as long as we can intercept where these big lumps hit Muscovite land, then we can mop them up individually. Unless they move into Swedish land. I doubt they will. Well, there's the Swedish fleet. Let's go after the Swedish fleet. And yeah, an additional 10% to discipline. It's pretty good. Right, let's swap you around. We'll take you out of Muscovite land. Swap our leaders around. And we'll spread out in such a way that we can intercept this lump. What have I got here? Let's jump on Ryzen. Also, where's my cannon gone? It's still in this stack. Nope. Straight. Oh, had the funniness. So we're now at 120%. 120% of discipline. Love it. Played Tall England campaign once, where I only conquered France and Netherlands, colonised the entire New World. I was making over 1,000 ducats a month with the English channel. Yeah, the English channel is mega strong. Where are you gonna flag yourself? Over here somewhere. Here. $120% discipline. I couldn't really sort my fate out here because he passed through Odiev and we don't have access. Also, can I get you squished? Nope. Not quite squish, but it'll do. Alright, take you out. Take you out, take you out. And we head this way to intercept these stacks. If he's got access through... Oh, we can check it ourselves. No, he hasn't got access through Kazan. So he's going to have to come up here. Oh, he's black flagged, isn't he? He can go anywhere he wants. Oh, 20 prestige. I'll take that. Should have waited on that 20 prestige until we dropped a little bit. Just kept it up on the side. And here comes the Swedish. Well, we'll see how the Swedish fight. Now Austria usually has really good morale. Like really good morale. Oh, I picked up his golden era as well. I don't think I need to get involved there. All I'll be doing is causing more attrition. So... yeah, you get up here. Split our troops. We'll mop up the 11 stack from Sweden. We'll use the other just to support this if he needs. He has taken a minus. Oh no. Are we good here? Epic morale. And we do have the more heavies. Or we do have more heavies than them, but they have galleys and the galleys are more effective in inland seas. So, before we lose any more boats, let's just get ourselves away. Oh, one siege horizon. Excellent. Murom. Why would you choose Murom as your capital? I mean, 31 dev, fair enough, but still. But still. You jump straight onto Murom. Don't know where this guy's going, but we'll try and track him down. Track you onto Pskov along with the mercenaries. Also, I need to be through this fairly quickly. I've got exactly 1 more year left of an additional 10% discipline. Not that I don't think we could beat them without the additional 10% discipline, but it just makes fighting them a lot easier. Hey, the Lucas, how are you? Time for some stack wipes. Damn right it's time for some stack wipes. I'm Cosmin Korobana. Welcome to the stream. Now I don't have a back row, but we'll still go for it. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. And if they think that they can get across here, then we'll allow them to think that they can continue to get across here. We won't take out Ingermanland if they want to feed in either Sweden or Muscovy a few troops every now and then. We'll mop them up as they go by. And you have decided to stop in the flat of Silistria. Why? Ooh, an extra base tax for free. You're not going to be able to get across here. Yeah, we're going to be able to catch this guy easily. How are we getting on everywhere else? Can we get a barrage? Because I could do with getting through that. Muscovy. We were going to piece up Muscovy for white peace, weren't we? To bring down our truce with Muscovy themselves, because we had a 10-year truce with Muscovy. I wanted to cut it in half. White peace brings it down to 5 years, or yeah, I think we're white peace. We're white peace now. We focus our aggressive expansion on Sweden. And the next war with Muscovy, we go in for a reconquest war. For a lot less aggressive expansion. It's going to be a lot cheaper, etc, etc. So I should have observed this a lot sooner than I did. As soon as we could have got white peace, we should have got white peace. Mistakes were made. Oh wow, mistakes really might have been made. Now it should be good. There's a lot of troops in Swedish land. I don't think. If Muscovy has given access to Sweden, he's given access to us, but he hasn't. See, the AI doesn't make the mistakes that your AIs make. He knows due to strategic interest to cancel the military access with Sweden. So I can't just walk through Muscovy land. I should have got all of our troops into Sweden and then peaced out. Oh, stack white. But no, we've got enough allied troops in Swedish land to get the job done. Do we? Yeah, more than enough. In fact, I can probably bring my maintenance down. Why not? Let the minions do it. Should we give access soon? Yeah, I think if anyone had survived here, now they'd have only gone back to this province. If they hadn't taken this province, and that it survived here, he might have given military access. I mean, we can continue checking. Oh, there we go. Can continue checking. But I'm fairly certain that between Byzantium and Austria and Bohemia, we've probably got that. I'm going to need a fleet as well. Or not. Not any sailors. Nope, no sailors. Don't know where all my sailors have gone. Are you coming after me? He might be, he's converging. Let's move up to Colm to intercept. Can I get you? Probably. Right, you cut them off. I don't know where they're going. I think they've got to go around that gap there. What manoeuvre have you got? 2 manoeuvre, we've got 2 manoeuvre. We'll have to wait until he hits a fort somewhere. Where are you going? Did you walk all the way around? No. We got you? Yeah, we got you. We got you on the flat. Oh, we've lost the 10% discipline. Still 110 versus 110. Not bad. I'll take the stack white. 26 minutes late. It's fine. It's fine. Because Muscovy pissed out, so suddenly the AI probably had to recall the diplomat. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Who are you at war with? Crimea. Is it your war? Attack against Muscovite Kazani conquest. Defender against Kazan. No. Oh, that's juicy. Oh, that's juicy. Our truce with the Ottomans ends in 56. How long's this fight going to go on for? I can see a point. Whereas attacking into Oman, into the Ottomans. It'll bring France in. But I don't think it'll bring in Kazan in. Or we can go vice versa. We can attack into Kazan, bring Ottomans in, continue to make France friendless. We'll see. Anyway, hypothetically, what do I want from this fight? I would like Stockholm. That's lots of people. Is anyone on the verge of not joining a coalition? No. We're pretty much set. With the people that we have aggressive expansion with, we're pretty much set in terms of we need to keep them on the truce list. They've got far too much aggressive. You can't bring Crimea, you can't bring Venice down from 87. You can't bring the Ottomans down from 160. Or Hungary down from 168. You just have to plonk them on the truce list constantly. So for Venice and Hungary, that is in 55. Who else? Crimea is the only person that... Crimea? Are you allied or a vassal of? Oh, you have vassals of your own. That's rare. You don't often get Crimea with his own vassals. But yeah, we might be able to pick up a fight directly into Crimea. We'll spy out with them. And a spy network in the Ottomans, I think. Now we've won the Siege of Viborg. Excellent. You want access? No. We'll grab another couple of forts. You come back from Lubeck. I don't like getting isolated provinces. Because if you end up with rebels, terrible things happen. You can't get there in time. You have a fort, you don't have a fort. So rebels could pop, take it immediately, and then trying to land troops into a province that has rebels. It's horrific. That would work. Rebels pop. We could get into Western Sea of Ireland, whatever it was, and the rebels can't get across to here, allowing us to land troops, and then we'll take a straight crossing, but it's not going to flip away from us. It's like when rebels pop on islands, but they don't get off the island, and you've got like 15,000 rebels requiring you to build 25 transports just to dump enough people onto the island that you can defeat the rebels with the landing penalty that you get. Release Finland? No. What about Moorland? All the way to Viborg. Less war operations. What happens here? Because this is us expanding into a different culture group, the only additional person that now joins this list is Sweden. If we pushed any further, you get possibly Denmark join, possibly Norway, but I very much doubt it. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let's go. There's no need for us to be in that war any longer. I could already get what I wanted. Oh, of course. Need to integrate Lubeck. Yeah, it's not going to last too long. He's only tiny. I don't really want to feed him. Oh, he immediately puts down all his troops. Excellent. I don't want to feed him. I'd rather have this land for myself. Fabricate on Denmark. Rush in there myself. Rather than feeding up yet another vassal. Alright. Bring maintenance down, make a little bit of money. We do have a loan. 2 loans. Oh, we got ships out as well. I don't think we need ships here now. 67% is more than enough control. Would you get above about 60% in a node? Your ships are usually, your trade ships are usually better off going elsewhere. So let's go to Novgorod. Let's turn this 3.8 into at least 5. There we go. I'll lose legitimacy. Legitimacy will take up gradually over time. What are we left with here? A couple of transports, a couple of heavies. I will mothball you for the time being and we'll build more light ships. Oh, that's just religious there, isn't it? No. Ah, because of separatism. Now we had Kolm. We had Kolm before, but then we released Novgorod. We released Novgorod, and the release of Novgorod gave him 2 provinces, both Novgorod and Kolm. But I took Kolm back immediately. But we'd already lost our core, and there was a lot of separatism. Which was weird because we'd had Kolm for years and years. Well, Lithuania had Kolm for years and years. There shouldn't have been any separatism there. Let's bring our forts down. Let's make a little bit of money. Disputed succession. Yeah, nothing useful. Let's build some light ships. Good. So who's next on the list? Hungary, Venice, and Genoa. Blob. Or Crimea. Kazan doesn't want to get involved. Or Nogai. Nogai, are you involved in this fight? No. So we'll be fighting probably Crimea and his minions. Plus Nogai. So the point where Kazan blink. We can get into Crimea. I do need land down here because I need the steppe area. Which is like this pea kind of colour green. All this steppe stuff. And you give this stuff to the Cossacks. Give this stuff to the Cossacks, you can raise Cossack hosts, and if you raise Cossack troops, they have an additional shock damage. They're a special troop for Cossack people. Can you please not get flagged? And a conversion. Excellent. Next. Build or pay loans back. I don't like loans, we'll pay them back. How many more states can we build? Can we create another 5? I could do with turning Stockholm into a proper state. Yeah. So we can give Stockholm itself to the burghers also I'm going to want to turn Lübeck into a proper state as well. So I need to save at least 2 for them. We can make a couple of states. Transubia. What's that? Oh, no, no. Don't use the states just yet. If we go to war with Crimea, I want to make states down here so I can give the land to the Cossacks. Can I give any more land to the Cossacks? No. It's nothing eligible. This is the only... Wait, what? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I wondered why the merchant had both of these. This estuary must be new. I only remember the Bessarabia estuary. Yeah, that steppe as well, but I value this being in the hands of the burghers and the Cossacks. And you're not a state. One, two, three. 3 out of 4. A steppe. Right, send you to a state. I'll give this stuff to the Cossacks. Gets them up to 65. Gives us some good cav combat ability. Cav to infantry ratio, don't rely on this because it fluctuates far too much. And we can raise a Cossack host. So, your Cossack host. What's so special? Shock damage bonus at plus 10%. Which makes... it's just... it squishes people. It squishes people really, really quickly. Plus they act like mercenaries. So, these people, they don't pull from your manpower pool. Poland Kurwa, indeed. Poland Kurwa. If I knew what I meant. End of religious turmoil. Yeah, we'll see about that. No. We could probably be drilling. Could we be drilling? Not really. We couldn't drill and make a decent amount of money. Alright, ships. Where do we put you? I think we continue to Novgorod. We're pulling 7 ducats and 10 pennies out at the moment. We can do better than that. Take a round of the month? Yeah, it's not much. Yeah, with not having land over here, I could probably have done with taking Pskov off them. But no, wanted the white piece. White piece, it's a 5-year truce. Means we can get to him a little earlier. Crimea, however, let's have a look at what we could take from you. I'm very much down I'm going to be able to take a 27 dev province off you. Pull fabricator on it anyway. We'll use that as our reason for war. Yep, Kazan. Even Nogai. Why? Nogai, you're at war. Yep, attacker against Sibir. Alright, well, we know where our next fight is, because I don't think Crimea's buddies are going to help him anytime soon. There we go. And I'm going to need a few more transports. Just 2. Just get us up to 5. As for tech, institution is it's kind of bleeding into us a little bit, but it's only just popped. It's rare that it'll pop so far south. I was looking up here. because it usually fires here. But it requires a Protestant province. It requires a Protestant country. Austria. You're Catholic. How have you popped? Oh, it's printing press. It's printing press that requires the province to be Protestant. No, manufacturers. Yeah, printing press. Printing press requires Protestantism, doesn't it? Yeah, Protestant. Bottom one. Province is Protestant, Anglican, or Reformed. So it doesn't require the country to be Protestant. It just requires the province to be. How lucky has Austria been there? A random centre. A random centre of Reformation has flipped Crane to Protestant, and then he's looked out with having printing press spawn in it. Lucky bastard. Oh well, he's on our doorstep, so it's going to spread to us fairly quickly. Yeah, I'll pick you up now. Some more states, good, but I want a lump here, and I want this to happen before I start spreading states around. I will turn you into a state when I can, though, when you've been called. Do I have any additional peoples? No. Should probably make some. Nope. Lack of demand for amber. Local goods produced. Fair enough. Well, that's one of them out. Kazan. I reckon Kazan will come out as well. I don't think I have to fight both of them. We could, but there's no point. Who do we have in the seats? Improve relations advisor. Good. Ottomans, we do have claims. I should be improving people's relation of outrage countries instead of having someone locked on the Ottomans. We'll wait till we get 45, sorry. We'll grab one more claim on the Ottomans, and then we'll burn 2 diplomats on improved relations with outrage countries. Best use of states is to move state around to get all your centres of trade to level 2. Ah, that's sneaky. Yeah, it is a good idea actually. We don't have the income right now. Because it's 200 ducats a pop, isn't it? There we go. Let's cover off on his capital before Austria, before Muscovy gets to it. So, have to be aware, we're fighting Crimea, but also Georgia and Kazakh Komok, so have to be a little bit careful. Oh, Muscovy, it's not going well for you. Although on a bright note, you'll be able to push Crimea out fairly quickly, I assume. No, you can't have access. National manpower modified plus 33%, plus an additional monthly war exhaustion minus. Yeah, that's quite nice actually. Where are we in terms of? Yeah, I can take that because take that military idea. 30% ahead of time. Let's take you. This is going to help immediately. Monthly war exhaustion ticking down even whilst at war. You can have your monthly war exhaustion ticking down whilst you're at war. Then you can keep a handle on it. And I don't really need to get involved here. So let my minions do everything. Novgorod, what are you doing? Oh. Fair enough. I thought Novgorod had 17,000 troops. But yeah, you are right. Having the concept of a floating state that you can use to put edicts on, emergency edicts on, every now and then. I used to do that quite a lot. But we do have quite a few states. Let's grab at least another 2. Tambov. The problem is, the states down here are now so tiny that you need to tie up a lot of them to get the bonuses from... Yeah. What am I going to want here? In terms of states. Another 3 province state. Great. Well, we'll state you anyway, just because I value what the Cossacks can give us. Answer. And this. So these 3 are 1 state. These are already part of a state. So that's 3 additional provinces that I can give to the Cossacks without another state formed. That is half Kazan, half Crimea. That's 3 Crimea, 1 Genoa. Terrain is... Terrain is all stat, but as of, you'd want to give to the burghers. Right, so I mean, our war against Crimea here is to try and garner enough land to furnish the Cossacks with a good amount of stuff. The more land you can give Cossacks, then every time you raise Cossack host, you're getting more of them. And you want to be clicking that button as much as you want, as much as you can. They're essentially mercenaries, but you don't spend professionalism on raising them. But they do exactly the same job as mercenaries. I.e. they don't pull from your manpower pool, you only have to spend money to reinforce them, and all the good stuff that comes from mercenaries. Also, patriarchal obviously. Also, they where are they? Here we go. Also, the shock damage bonus plus 10% is mega good. Can someone not just take that province for me, please? Legend in Sinope changes to Orthodox. Ooh, nice. Just him. What strength did we have? We didn't have any strengths in Sinope. So it's gone from a total inability to convert that province. Sinope. To being able to flip it. That's amazing. Yeah, we might have to state this stuff down here. Might have to state the Muslim stuff. Sunni is notoriously difficult to convert. Okay. Okay. So have you pieced out? Nope. There's my transports if we need them. Let's mothball them up so we're not having to pay for them. Let's access from audio. Yeah, gone then. And that is our truce with Hungary over. Good, good. How much space have we got? A good amount. Right. Piecing out here. What do I want? Right, it doesn't add anyone else. but definitely wanted them 3 because they're already part of states. I can give this land to the Cossacks. Then wanted those 3. That's too much. Bavaria. That's Ottomans, Crimea, Muscovy, Sweden, all in truces. Hungary and Venice have just got out of theirs. They can merge up with Kazan and Bavaria. Do I have a claim? Do I have a claim on Hungary? It'd be peace out of this war, the very next tick, declare war into Hungary to stop him hypothetically joining. Oh yeah, we've got restoration of the Union. I don't need restoration of the Union. Venice for origin now, yep. Alright, so we do have claims on Hungary. Do we have claims on Venice? Reconquest of Venice, Athens. Brings in Mantua, Papal States and Frankfurt, but I don't need to do that. Bavaria. My bro. Improve relations with you. We'll use the 45 that we've got now to grab that claim on the Ottomans. Bring you back. We'll probably wait until the end of this year. Just to allow a tick down of aggressive expansion. In fact, if we're going to wait until the end of the year. Then at least have someone on our edge countries. "26 months in Vilna." Excellent. What kind of income have we got? Not bad. In fact, who are we fighting? Anything? Yep, there's still a lot of troops out there. It's just, he's not concentrating on me. Well, he kind of is. There's a little bit of concentration there. Crimea. Let's have a look what he would ask, what he would go for. Good, 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 and good. No, we're not far away. Taking Moscow into it. A couple of provinces will do. Maybe a siege. Yeah, that'll be it. That's done. So a good amount of land. But it means we have to attack into Hungary immediately to stop a coalition forming. A hypothetical coalition forming, but still. A little bit of money as well. I hate how this tooltip covers up the green tick or the X. This green tick or X needs to be replicated like up here somewhere. I'll do. There you go. Alright, straight back to war. Nope. Once this is scored, we can fob it off onto the Cossacks. Oh, we can already do it. So a good amount of land into the Cossack hands. Good amount of influence. Good amount of loyalty. Whereas Cossack host now nets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Eastern Hussars. Every time we click this. Which is how many years? Once every 5 years. So once every 5 years we can get 8 mercenary units to have 10% more shock. Good. Good, good. Also, it properly opens up Genoa for us. Oh, of course. We're at war with Genoa. Well, it would be rude not to take these, wouldn't it? Whilst we can. Are you going to allow me? You're going Gulf of Varna. You're locked into going into Gulf of Varna, so I think we'll be able to get across there. If we put somebody with a little bit of manoeuvre in charge, we can't. Yeah, I don't know where Genoa's going. He's going to allow us across here. Okay, fair enough. And the rest of my dudes head this way. We could have... Why are you black flag? This was our own land. We could have probably waited a little bit. But I wasn't interested in waiting. Also, Muscovy, how are you getting on? He's not doing well. Sweden, are you in this war as well? Nope, defender against Denmark in the Danish-Swedish. He's dropped Muscovy. Muscovy asked him into the fight against Kazan. Sweden said no, which ditched their alliance. May 1564. May 1557. So yeah, it was a little bit after we'd peaced out. So now Sweden has Oldenburg and Dithmarschen as our... Bless him. Good job we've got a land border with him. So we can make him pay for those weak alliance. And I would like to relieve the siege of Kartal. Karten? Karten. If we can get there in time. There we go. Can't risk them taking another 35% tick. You know what the AI is like. Alright, so. Brought a good amount of cav. Is it good cav? Yeah, it's good cav. You have a 3-4, we have a 4-4. Plus we've got support coming in. You've got a -2 to every single roll. It's just going to be try to make the fight last as long as possible. There we go. Yeah, some good numbers there. But that'll do. I don't want to push this myself. That's what our minions are for. I lied with France. I lied with Kazan. Did we open up Kazan? We already had access to Kazan. Declaring war into Kazan only brings in the Ottomans. It isolates the Ottomans from the French, who are at war against Great Britain. An attack into the Ottomans brings in France, but only just. They've got quite high war exhaustion, but there's only a -5. Yep. I don't know how you grabbed an alliance with Pasai down in the Philippines, unless Ottomans, did you take exploration or something stupid like that? Trade ideas. Oh, you didn't buy a charter company, did you? It doesn't look like it. I don't know how it's picked up, but Basai. Basai's probably grabbed a rivalry with the Mamluks, maybe? Nope. What would you be your strategic motivation for picking up the Ottomans then? No idea. No idea at all. Who you rivaled? Mamluk, Spain and us. Yeah, there'll be a point where we can attack into the Ottomans without the French getting involved. Fairly certain of that. If it's directly into you, brings in Kazan plus extras. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Alright. Let's retake our stuff. Let's mop up some people. And that 5-year truce with Muscovy is over. I mean, we can attack into anyone we want. And our diplomats died. Uh-oh. Improved relations. Do you have any improved relations? We do. Level 3 improved relations. Get on the seat. How much do you cost? A good amount, but it's worth it. You're already locked into Ukasip. Nope. Let's not lose stability. I will continue to try and mop these people up. Got a lot of troops there. How did you win that? Alright, it's a mountain fort, therefore again -2 to every single roll. Really good place for your capital is Tyrol. Moving your capital to Tyrol, it gets rid of all the autonomy. You don't have any autonomy in your capital at all. Plus it's really defensive. What does it produce? Well, gold I've already said, but let's get you mopped up. Mercs, jump on that. Cannons, jump on that as well. We'll split you up and put some pressure on Venice to get out of this. Whilst we also take some land back. I'm desperate for this fight, aren't they? That's rare. It's rare to see Austria out-moraled. Recall. Recall, send one to outraged. Thought he was going to win this now. It's been a bit of a bloody fight. 5-2 against a 3-4. Austria did well there. I mean, you've got a lot of Bohemians now. In fact, the fight's ended with only one Austrian unit left on the field. The rest has been propped up by Bohemia. I did well there. Cheers, guys. We'll just give you moral support from over here. And that's why you have personal unions, and that's why you keep them around. Because they've just bled through X amount of their manpower to do that. But Bohemia's manpower pool is going to increase independent of mine. And Austria's manpower pool is going to increase independent of mine. So you end up with my manpower pool, balls, their manpower pool, combined. You end up with a lot of troops that you can bring into the field. Or a lot of resilience, should I say. You can take a hit, but then your dudes step in. Oi, oi, cat. What are you doing? Right, does anyone want to get out of this? No. Numbers are vastly on our side, but I could do with getting into Muscovy. Our truce with him is over. I doubt anyone would actually... Yeah, we've got a lot of reconquest on Muscovy. I could do with getting into it now. We specifically white-pieced him out for a reason. Interesting. Alright. Well, we'll just take our land back down here. I don't need to be running around and squishing the Muscovites. We're going to finish Hungary off. Yep. I mean, we've got the forced personal union, but there's no point. If we can conceivably get Hungary out of the game, then we might do. It depends. Keeping a one-province minor Hungary around can sometimes be useful for dragging alliances around. You want access because you're at war with the Ottomans? I will say yes. Who are we fighting here? Everyone, yeah. Oh, they're coming from Athens. Yeah, I could do with getting rid of Venice's stuff down here. Negroponte, Athens itself, Naxos. Yeah, grab a couple of forts here. That might be enough if we have the provinces. Good. Unconcerned about that. Or we could use Hungary to grab Genoan provinces. Don't bring them as a cold belligerent. We can always attack into them specifically for this later. That was terrible. That was terrible. However, a load of autonomy now has a big impact on how quickly you get your reforms, as it takes the average autonomy over all your provinces. Alright, can't get to Negroponte because of their navy, fair enough. Can take this land back though. Unless you're going to move. Looks like he is moving. Right. That's the whole mission taken. Oh, Muscovy announced us as a rival. How cute. Looks like my minions are taking a bit of a battering over here, but that's fine. We're keeping our manpower pool high. I could say Miltech. Where's the institution? It's not going to spread through us anytime soon, so let's pick up Miltech. Or swap out our cannons. 4 last large cast iron cannons. 1 more cannon tech and we'll start rolling with proper back rows of cannons. There we go. We'll have a look at piecing out now. Now we can go to war with, specifically, with Venice. Let's look at some land up here. Did we not have a claim on backs? No, we declared for Austrian claims. Therefore, things are going to cost Diplo. Fair enough. That'll do. That'll do. I've got other people to fight. Muscovy's out of a truce. Ottomans are out of a truce. Moscow versus other religions. Excellent. Yeah, 3 provinces will do. We've got Muscovy to attack into, we've got an Ottoman to attack into, Kazan possibly will evaluate the situation, but my dudes, they're not being smart about the fights that they take. I think they're taking a bit of hammering, which is fine, but I will want them fresh and ready for attacking into Muscovy. That's why we white pieced him out before, so we could get into him almost immediately afterwards. There you go. What's up? What are you doing? Oi. Might be able to hear my cat. Right, minions. Minions and others. Let's go. So a couple more provinces from Hungary. Hungary retains his alliances or his guarantees with people, which means we can pull Venice around, we can pull Genoa around, we can pull Ferrara around at will. Good. How are you in terms of rebels? Crimean separatists. Did I ever increase the autonomy over there? I did not. I don't mind raising autonomy anyway. Unless it's Age of Absolutism, I've no qualms over raising autonomy. Again, I'd much rather be fighting the enemy than fighting rebels. A lot of reconquest on Muscovy, outstanding. It is going to bring in Odeyev, so we'll group up there, we'll group up here, we'll see what we've got, we'll split them up. Yeah, we'll do something. Okay, core province. Excellent. Diplo. Oi, oi, oi. Silly cat. Nope, we need to. No, we need to catch up in Diplo tech, especially if we're integrating Lubeck, aren't we? I do like the extra diplomat though, but no, we'll wait. We'll wait. What have I got here? What kind of stacks have I got? A 16-8. No idea what that's meant to be. Two of those horses I think need to be in the other stack. Combat width of 27. Right, you step out. Where did I get the gold cavalry from? The gold cavalry come from the Cossack estates. Cossacks. This decision here. Raise Cossack host. It's gone down. Why has it gone down? Well, they get 5 Cossacks then. We checked it before and we were going to get a load more Cossacks, but I think I need them. I think I need them to be happy. But yeah, the Cossack host, they act like Strotsky. So they'll raise the cost of stability because of our reliance on. Can't see it now because we're at full. Because of our reliance on special units, but they have a plus 10%. Where is it? A plus 10% to shock damage bonus. So it's worth giving the Cossacks a decent amount of land so you can raise the hosts every now and then, so you can build up a unit of pure Cossack cavalry, especially as Poland. Plus keeping the Cossacks sweet in terms of giving them land, etc, etc. It's going to raise your cav combat ability. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So what we're left with? Where am I the cannons? Could have sworn I had more cannons. Could have sworn I had a lot more cannons. I can't remember a wipe at any point. So 1710. That's another 1710, and we've got like a floaty stack. Alright, Muscovy. Declare war on you for the reconquest of just any of this. We'll go for Pskov because it's a fort. Nope. Okay, fine. Luki. There we go. Yeah, you're not getting away. Cannons, you can step out. Everyone else, move further forward. I will use this stack to intercept Muscovite troops where we see them. One's not enough. Side with the clergy? Nope. In favour of neither party. %30% chance of gaining 3 unrest in a province. I'll take that. Wait till you're locked. Fight you there. What's in this stack? Oh, we do have some Cossack regiments here. So 5 phase comes first, but our shock phase is where we're going to do a lot of damage if he rolls well. Yeah, I mean he didn't even have to roll well. Oh, here we go. And my minions will come in and head straight for the forts. Should be able to peace out fairly quickly. 50 admin and missionary strength. Or 50 prestige. I'll go for the admin. Would have probably gone for the admin anyway, but I did check because in terms of keeping your personal unions happy, it's all about high prestige. The higher your prestige, the lower their limited design. I think he's going to spend a little bit of time on Never, that's fine. I should have moved my capital somewhere else. I don't think there's much value of it being here. He now should be trapped behind these forts. So as long as we come in this way, we're going to be able to close the door on him. Nope. Access through Brandenburg. Cheers Brandenburg, you're the best. What got forced out? My heavies. Yeah, I need to get those away. They got forced out at 25% health. No. We wait for actual attack. So where are you going, Muscovy? Is he walking all the way? He can't be walking all the way around. We'll siege of Ryazan, excellent. Move on to the capital. I still don't know why they've put it here. There isn't even a fort here. You could have put the next province along. Level 2 fort. You'd have got some value out of that. Oh, here we go. Somehow we got into the province first. Decent general. However, shock is king. Right, done. Let's move back. Hey there, Sonny. How are you? So what do we want from this? We want the giving back of cores, don't we? How much war score do we need? It's Reconquest, so it's mega cheap. But we want all of that, and then we want a way of Novgorod from getting from A to B, so that province as well. Improve relations with Genoa, and he drops off. Right. Already improving relations with Genoa. Well done, game. Read my mind. Also, that fort's a little bit terrible. Let's rip it down. And you're gonna have a terrible day. Yeah. Terrible day was had by all the Muscovites. So you're locked into us. It'll probably drag you off, but we'll get through this within time to support you. Against what? Not 6. Oh no. You got 2 generals with 6 fire. Interesting. As long as we can make it through the fire phase. And then get supported. Yeah, we're good. Also, we need that taken back, because that's where we're converting at the moment, and we can't convert if it's taken. Alright. I'll take some stuff back. Or in terms of war exhaustion, it's only got by a tiny amount. That nihil novi is nice. Tiny bit from attrition. Occupied home provinces. It's not much. By the time we've taken these back, it'll swing the other way. No, we're getting the inflation. Are you going back to your capital? No, shattering beyond it. And he's continuing to shatter, so we should be good. Let's head up here and take the Novgorod stuff, because land is cheaper in the peace deal if you actually have it under your control. So we'll make a beeline for that. Also, in terms of yeah, war exhaustion. War exhaustion is now ticking down. Excellent. Admin tech. Head of time admin. Production efficiency to add to production efficiency to add to production efficiency. We're really efficient at producing stuff. Oh, and one of our reforms was production efficiency as well. Plus, we went round and built a load of workshops. Still, spending the majority of that money on level 3 advisors. Which is worth it. It is. Money from unlock points. It's always worth it. You're already locked into that. It's in the woods. I don't know where the shattered unit have gone. If it's just here, then this might be a really bad idea. But we've got Austrians coming in. Oh good. We're going to be a defender? Yep, we're going to be a defender with a load of Austrians, a load of Austrian infantry, bolstering out the front row. We'll be at full combat width. Should be able to select. If you have personal union with them, you should be able to select. And it come up like this. But have maybe an Austrian flag up here or up here. That'd be cool. So you can see the state of the troops. Yeah, decent morale. Decent morale. Anyway. Morale's not going to save you against horses. And that's a yes. And Genoa's out because we tickled him in just the right place. So mega reconquest on behalf of, in fact, can we take you as well? That'd be really nice. Yeah, mega reconquest on behalf of Novgorod. We'll also give him this province because it's of Novgorod culture. He can call that. As for Nerva, it just gives us access around to Commonwealth Scandinavia. 3-star general in 1560. Nothing that's ever happened to me. Yeah, I cheat so bad. Yeah, I've seen good generals early, and I have experienced good generals early, but it depends. Muscovy, what have you got in terms of ideas? He's gone with full offensive. His dude is a discipline guy, which is pretty cool. I mean, he might have had these generals for a while in the last fight. This guy's pretty young. The guy before him might have had an increase to 5 pips or something like that. But yeah, full offensive will give him an extra land leader shock pip, an extra land leader fire pip. It'll retain more military tradition, I think. Prestige from land battles, kind of. So let's have a look. I mean, he's been at constant war. If it wasn't us fighting into it, it was Kazan. And you get, weirdly enough, you get more army tradition from losing fights. I still don't know how that works, but it's odd. So his tradition is in the 50s. Before this, it might have been in the 60s when he was fighting Kazan. So at the 60 break, what are we? A pitiful 30. So currently we get between 3 and 10 pips as base. If we'd got full offensive, it'd be between 3 and 12 pips as base, because the additional 2 pips from the idea group. And that's at 30 tradition. But you get breakpoints. You get breakpoint at 20 tradition, breakpoint at 40 tradition, breakpoint at 60 tradition in terms of general pips. So he could have had something like between, I don't know, 5 and 15 pips as base when he was clicking the button to create generals. What generals does he have? Yeah, 15 pip overall. So fair enough, it was a high roll for him. I'm guessing it would be a high roll for him. But for all the 15 pip generals, he also has 6 pip generals. So it kind of swings and roundabouts. And if you had these generals at your disposal, you'd shuffle things around so that the enemy only ever saw your good generals, wouldn't you? I don't think our 112 has shown his face. Obviously because he's an admiral, but you know. So the reasons for it. I mean, I get more mad at other things than magical generals. Anyway, we're piecing out of this. There's not much more we can take. We're already at 99%. That's Novgorod getting all of his cores back. Crest of expansion up to 39. Yep, we're out. Excellent. Novgorod. Do I feed you an additional province? I probably shouldn't. I was going to feed him Molnik, but I probably shouldn't. We'll call that ourselves. Right, everyone back home. We got Liberty Desire is quite high, but that's fine. We'll give you a dev. It'll take you off the threshold and we'll improve relations with you. Already at 200 relations. So what's the problem? Better Diplo rep? Yeah, our Diplo rep is quite low. They have better Diplo tech than us. They're also a republic, which means we can't roll marriage into them. No, not at Princeton. What are we doing then? Grab a royal marriage. Grab a royal marriage, it knocks 5% off the Liberty Desire. Same with Byzantium. Byzantium, well, we not got a royal marriage with you? We must have, yeah. Yeah, we need to pick up influence pretty quickly. Drop down the cost of Diplo annexation so we can start integrating some of the bigger countries that we've got underneath us. They got 12% from taking that province. Okay, let's bring our maintenance down. Let's raise the places that we've just taken. And you. I don't really want rebellion there. Bring down our forts. We're on the woods. It's fairly valuable. We are going to be duking it out with Sweden. It's a way of controlling the Swedish. What have we got here? Why so many? That's about right. It's just you can't all sit in one province. I think it's the Ottomans next. Or it's Kazan. Fancy you out of that fight? Yeah, he's out of that fight. I think we had the option of either fighting into the Ottomans or fighting into Muscovy, but fighting into Muscovy that doesn't have friends. It's always the best plan. Tributary state, tributary state. Sibir and Nogai. Nogai and Sibir. So attack into you. Brings the Ottomans in. We don't bring in the Ottomans as a co-belligerent, but we do take something off them. Or just white peace out the Ottomans, make him break his, no, not white peace him out, make him break his alliance with France. What else have you got rivals? Spain and Britain. Spain. No. Oh, he's our rival. What is it, did you say, France? Economic defensive exploration. Excellent. A France that has taken defensive ideas. So he's got plus at 35% morale of armies. I mean, you won't be able to see it, but even whilst he's not at war, he's got 4.2. That's with his maintenance down. With his maintenance up, he's in the 5s in terms of morale. That's a little bit frightening. 5.36 morale in 1561. Yeah, yeah. It's I mean, if you're playing as France, when people ask me, I'm playing as France. What's the first military idea I should take? Like, well, France is already mega morale. If you can take morale, if you can take defensive and then possibly quantity, and just out morale the enemy, just so that you drag them into fights that never ever end. And you might lose more men, but as long as you can generate more men than they can, then you'll just out morale people. Oh, conversion successful. Outstanding. Next. Religious unity is no, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. So who next? Oh, Kazano's meant to get a claim on you. Attacker and the Mamluks. Yeah. Good, 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 and good. Ottomans, what ideas did you go for? Humanist offensive. It's the Ottoman traditions that you have to be careful of. Good amount of combat ability as well. Not as good as ours. What's next? Yearly amateur tradition decay, an extra diplomat. Oh, aristocratic ideas. They're so nice. They're such a mixed bag. Aristocratic and plutocratic ideas. They're really quite nice. Do raise another Cossack host. Yep. So you raise Cossack host, and you end up with 5 special. Love it. You end up with 5 of these special troops, and you can click the button every 5 years. So shock damage bonus plus 10%. If you've got your entire cav contingent made up of Cossack regiments, then when they hit in the shock phase, not only are they doing outrageous damage because of your 30%, but it is a pitiful amount for Poland. It gets better than this. But not only have you got outrageous cav combat ability, but they're doing even more shock. I mean, they're already quite good at shock. Reformed Eastern Hussars is where things get sexy. And then Winged Hussars. No one survives the Polish shock phase. Highest morale possible is 145, which at Tech 30 gives 14.7 morale. It's horrific. 14.7 morale. Ugh. Good events it can get up to 225. Gives 19 morale. Yeah, I remember kind of late game coming up against an Austria that had his morale in double digits, and every single fight was just grab all my troops and pile them on because he just wouldn't break. It's horrific. On the states, what states did we want? We'd already made the states over here for the Cossacks, hadn't we? What is Stockholm? So I could give you to the burghers. Also wanted to increase you to level 2. Level 2, level 2, level 2, level 2. Currently gives us a 75% control of this. That's without ships, because all of my trade ships should be out. Trying to drag trade out of Novgorod. Dragging 10 ducats out, we're losing 7 ducats out the other end. Swings and roundabouts, I suppose. That's why you want to be moving your way down the trade route. From here to the Baltic, Baltic to Lübeck, Lübeck to the Channel if you can, but Lübeck can be fairly lucrative because there's only one route out of Lübeck, but so many routes in. You can hijack quite a bit of the New World money coming into the North Sea and direct into Lübeck. France struck Prussia, plus 20 morale. Defensive ideas plus 15. Plutocratic ideas plus 10. Religious and quantity policies. Yeah. Yeah, and golden ages and all sorts. Yeah, you can stack some horrific modifiers. Well, I've got disputed succession. Muscovite, and mind you, not going to be able to take advantage of that. You come back from Denmark because I want to fabricate on him as well. Von Wittleback. We have been a Von Wittleback before. I think there's quite a few of Von Wittlebacks. Yeah, some Von Wittleback down here as well. Okay. No, we'll eat Denmark if we can. It's another area, it's another cultural area in terms of aggressive expansion. That's Lübeck integrated. We're getting the legitimacy. Also, call diet to bring them back up. Can't do. If you get like to 50 or above, in fact if you can get them up to 60, they support your heir. Integration is a slow process. It's alright with Steiny. They support your heir, so you're more likely that your heir, a Commonwealth heir, gets on the throne. And if a Commonwealth heir gets on the throne, the Sejm instantly they do back them. Yeah, I can take the mill idea. A fairly weak one. I mean, Navy tradition decay, but diplomat good. Available mercenaries not so good. Leader siege is really nice though, and the Schlachter monthly loyalty. Just get some ticking up a little bit quicker, especially when you piss them off using events like we just did. Do we get a chance to integrate? We do. We can observe it here. We have a minus 19% chance of inheriting Bohemia because their country is quite big. Our diplomatic reputation is in the toilet, but we are going to be taking diplomatic right now, which is going to give us two diplo rep from diplomatic. We're going to be taking influence as well, which is going to give us a further 2 Diplo rep. We've just integrated Lurbeck, which was a -3. So with full Diplo, with full influence, with full legitimacy, that's 5 Diplo rep. At 5 Diplo rep, we will have a positive chance of integrating Bohemia on death. What about Austria? Austria, it's fairly even with Austria. So we might do. We might be able to. We'll see. Anyway, Bohemia, can I have your income? Austria, can I have your income? Thank you. Pretty much 400 ducats for free. And Kazan, that is a claim upon you. Hey, Dev Province. I'll bring you home. Can we pay back some of these loans? I hate loans. I hate loans so much. I'd rather pay off my loans at first than investing in my stuff. Let's check one person on our rich countries. Who are you going to target? Brandenburg. That's interesting. Annexed to the member of the Holy Roman Empire. Ah, yeah, fair enough. Hide defectors. Yeah, we're taking quite a few events from Brandenburg. Quite a lot of our army professionalism has come from Brandenburgian officers. Neighbouring tolerance here, heretics. Fair enough. If we declare war, it would be over you. Our best bet would be. What's your relations with the people around you? I.e., is the Ottomans going to get through Georgia? Karkonlu, rivals of Ottomans. So, rivals of Ottomans, rivals of Kazan. Chances are, Karkonlu aren't going to allow them around the back. So it's now Crimea, Georgia. Georgia has to do what Crimea says. He might get access. He hates us. Oh, he loves Kazan. So if Kazan asks, yeah, he loves Kazan, loves Ottomans. So chances are the Ottomans are going to be able to walk straight up here. So we'll amass our troops here. We'll take the war goal immediately. And our minions can do the rest. Hey Jill, G4L? G4L? What does G4L stand for? I have no idea. Oh, game for life. There you go. How are you? So, combat width at the moment is 27. It has been 27 for a while. I don't know why I have to check every time. Let's split infantry out, cavalry out. And we'll make a couple of stacks. We'll try and prioritize our Cossack cavalry as well. So it's in one area. I'm going to need more cannons. So what do we have? 26. So 13 for each army. We'll swap you out. So this stock is predominantly Cossack, Cav. Or it's got all our Cossack Cav in it. You shouldn't have any, right. So, 13. That's 27. $13 out of 14 split. They do well in the first fight, but because the people front and center take the biggest hit, i.e. your infantry, the very next fight that happens, you end up with insufficient support. But for a first fight, as long as we've got infantry ready in the back to swap out for our messed up infantry, we might be able to get away with that. So we've got 2 stacks, 2 combat stacks, rocking a 14-13 split. I've got 18 units of infantry that we can feed in from the back line. Alright. Let's go. As you feed people into your infantry, you'll not have insufficient support. Oh, merchants landed. Excellent. There we go. I've been a little bit careful because we're going to be fighting against a horde here. Is it horde? You are a horde, aren't you, Kazan? Yeah, horde. We need extra peoples just to cover up on these provinces. About 6. Alright, 7. Let's have you over this way. I don't want the Ottomans building troops here and getting behind the lines. Yeah, we'll take admin tech. We'll take the admin idea. Torrents of Heretics, very nice. Torrents of Heretics is now into the positive, good. Let's go. Declare what brings in the Ottomans. I'd like to try and find his stack. But we know that the Ottomans are going to come up this way, probably. Or are they going to busy themselves with Byzantium? Quite busy themselves with the Byzantium. Wonderful. Oh, wondrous. Taking war score for the war goal. Yeah, we're not fighting that much. Well, I don't know where he is. But let's venture deeper. Ottomans, how do you fight? Let's have a look. Well, well. Army reform plus 20%. That comes from an event. That's going to be interesting to try hurdle over. Comparable on everything else. We do have the high professionalism, which will give us slightly more fire slightly more in the fire and the shock phase. About 4%. Plus 20% to his morale. Plus 20% to his morale. It's going to be some difficult fights down there. Get off. Get off. Cheers, product. What's this? What's this? Alright, this way. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. Trying to get through the Ottomans' outrageous morale. Oh, we're not at war with you. Oh no, just Kazan. Really? Didn't bring in no guy? Did tributary states not give up? No, they don't. They don't. If you fight Ming, you don't have to fight all his tributaries, therefore fighting into Kazan, we don't have to fight all of his tributaries. Alright, all that makes our job quite a lot easier. We can rush through this pretty quickly. And then turn our attention to fighting the Ottomans. Or not. It might be prudent to dodge the Ottomans. Why fight into their plus 20% morale? If, I mean, we're already going to be able to peace out with the with Kazan. No, I'm not losing stability. Oh, great. Yep. There's the troops, why not? I didn't need them anyway. Right, here they come. Oh, I didn't realise it was my stack. With no leader. Can I get you away? I can. Wait to shatter though. Unjustified demand minus 20% and aggressive expansion minus 5. Not bad. I'd rather have the plus 20% morale of armies event that the Ottomans got, but beggars can't be choosers. On the siege of Bash grid, excellent. Now we need to find some Ottomans to fight. Or do we? I wonder when that modifier pops off. Wonder how long he's got that plus 20% morale of armies modifier for. If I remember correctly, it's a 10-year thing. So I can lock him into a truce that's about 10 years. I.e. piecing out with Kazan now. We could do that. Also robbing him of some coastal provinces would be nice. Oh, hello. Right, so, Ottomans, what have you got? A 6-5. Who's going where? Ottomans are going to Burgos. Kazan's going to Silistria. The Ottomans are going to lock themselves into a fight into Constantinople. We use that to get into the Kazanis. Yeah. He's already locked going the other way. We might not get this done in time. Alright, ignore that. Extra diplomat, yes. Here's the separatism, yes. Extra diplomat, good. Here's the separatism, good. Infantry combat ability, good. I mean, we're cav combat ability centric, but insufficient support. That's how it gets you. But more infantry combat ability is nice. There's another Ottoman stack out there, it's here. I don't feel confident. Not if he's continuing to come. When do you get there? 21st of July. Well, let's have a look. Horrific morale. Rolling zeros in the 5 phase, love it. No, we've got to get away. So you're off to Crimea. We'll use this stack to cover the retreat, so the Ottomans don't follow us and get us squished. Yeah, there's a lot of morale floating around in the Ottomans. I didn't think that the Austrians here were going to break quite so quickly. Okay. Go for a shift consolidate so we can get some infantry back into the front ranks. Let's go. Again, if we can dodge around the Ottomans. 42,000, what? Wow, that's nasty. We can get away though. Okay, it's probably time to get out. We're going to end up losing all of our manpower against an Ottomans that have an additional 20% to morale of armies. Got to know when is a good time to fight, and you've got to know when is a horrific time. What do I want? What will give us the most value? Probably Ottoman land. Yeah, it's coming to squish. No, it's ours. Yep, we don't want this. We haven't got a fort that we can hide behind. That's going to be an instant wipe. But we waited long enough for this to be acceptable. Which is about the maximum that we can... Is it about the maximum we can take? Pretty much. There you go. Plus 20% morale of armies. It's the kind of modifier you can't fight against. We had a few goes, and all of the goes ended up in terrible losses. So we continue to nibble bits and pieces off the Ottomans. Whilst not losing too much manpower. Also not getting squished, which is excellent. Talking of not getting squished, that's Hungary out of defending against Crimea in the Crimean conquest of Azov. That's a Genoan war. So Genoa won't come in, everyone else will. We could finish off Hungary here, or attack into you for reconquest. Brings in the Papal State. But I'm sick of the Venetians having this. Hey Joseph, no idea what you said. I'll Google it later and see if you need a ban or not. Yeah, I think Genoa's going to end up losing this. Occupied by Crimea. When's that truce with Crimea over? 68. We can get a quick war in against Hungary. Yeah, we can get a quick war against Hungary. Also, we got caught in Denmark. Right, you come back. Someone else to outrage countries. Allow everybody to unblack flag themselves. Rise of a Pretender. Excellent. New Emperor 624. Good. Which means that it was our dude. Yeah. Samoyski. He was our anyway. Alright, Pretenders. What you like? 332. Nope. Let's get them squished. Fine. We'll go behind your backs. The Ottomans have just insulted us. Interesting times. And we are well advised. Oh, we've lost our discipline, haven't we? Our other dude had good discipline. Stability doesn't cost it that much. We'll be alright. Yep, let me stay on. They need to be dealt with. The only rebels that will stop you having personal unions, pretend rebels. We done? We're done. You can take that back. Then we'll line up on Hungary. Why do you want access? No. No access for you. Why is Byzantium alive? Why didn't the Ottomans destroy it? Because I would say the most valuable play you can make as anybody starting here is to no CB into Byzantium and turn them into your vassal. That way, the Ottomans don't get their grubby mitts all over Constantinople. They can't move the capital here, make it better than it actually is. They don't get faceting. They don't get the trade of Constantinople node, and so they're going to be easier to fight. Still doesn't help it. Still doesn't help when they get random 20% morale of army events, but you know, swings and roundabouts. Plus, then you've got a small country with lots of reconquest. Declare war to you. Taking with that. Let's go. We good? Yeah, we're good. Welcome to the Polish shock phase. Leave the cannons out. Everyone else can jump off. I'm sure one of my minions will... Oh, we only need 3. No, we only need 3. I was going to say, I'm sure one of my minions will do the sieging for us. And let's bring you into play. How many are we fighting? Not that many. $12, 9, 6. No. Let's go for a 17, 10. That was our old makeup. I will attempt to push the Venetians off this. Oh, they're already gone. The Ottomans joined in the Protestant League. Love it. Alright, 1710. Gives us a 27 width. So, well, 27 combat width that we're up to at the moment. Plus a cannon stack of 9. And we'll split here. To jump back onto Tyrol, we'll go fight them in Tyrol. To jump onto Kartal, we'll fight them in Kartal. Joseph, I've been around a long time. You'll have to do more than that to shock me, if that's what you're trying to do. Squish. Not going to be able to get over here because we don't have naval dominance, which is a shame. There we go. Do I have mercenaries? I do. 2 mercenaries will chuck you on there. Must have got a disease outbreak. Yeah, disease outbreak. We good? We might as well feed our way into it. Even if Byzantine break is gonna hold Venice there. Ah, we got there a little bit too early. Excellent. Let's lend those cannons to you. And this peace deal, we might end up taking a couple of bits and pieces from the Venetians. You require 6, but you only have 5. Let's give you another couple of infantry, just to push you above that magical 6. Also, what do we want? Let's pick up mechs. I don't know if that applies to the Cossack estate Cossacks that we picked up. Very much doubt it, but you can but hope. Byzantium, I'm not helping you out here. Although you do have a cannon. You are very much lopsided. I know it's into the hills, but he's cannon heavy. Miltech 14, Miltech 13. What does Miltech 14 give you above me? Extra width, extra infantry fire. That's probably why it's rocking more cannons. Alright. Let's not be silly then. Trace of Crimea is over. Excellent. Oh, if he wants to attack into us, I'm fine with that. But let's not throw troops away. I will attack into Tyrol though. What was that? They didn't want to hear that. That was the sound of, well, the sound you get when you declare war. But it was just random. Nice one, Paradox. You're going to bring out another hotfix for that. We're up to 1.27.2. 1.27.2 already. Okay. This should be, yeah, should be. He's trying to get out of there. -1 for a river crossing, -2 as well. Yeah. Lots more morale. Oh, you popped your golden era. And you've taken defensive. Fair enough. And we rolled a 0. Rolled a 0 in the shock phase and then the 0 in the subsequent fire phase. Love it. It's almost as if the game's willing us to lose. We had some horrific rolls there. Still won, but some horrific rolls. Okay, move off that. What do you want me to take? No, we won't take any ideas. We'll wait for tech. Is it spreading into us? Hey, kind of here. Sort of. Could do with saving some money. Who's next on the list? Kazan, Ottomans, Muscovy. That means that Sweden has dropped off. Sweden, who's allied to Muscovy anyway. Defending against France in the French conquest of Lorraine. Yeah, without a strong emperor to keep France in check, he's going to start eating his way through the HRE, but I'm not too dismayed with that. It can be a little bit of like an end boss. So I see the Russians came to your live stream. I don't know. I don't know. Are we good? Novgorod, what are you doing here? Let's stop taking attrition there as well. Reap the administrative benefits. The only one, the one after is more prestige, but we don't need the prestige. So what are we after here? Oh, Wurzburg. Of all the places you could go, Wurzburg. Do we get rid of Hungary in their entirety? I'm not defending that. You have to pick your fights. They're mill take ahead. You choose a defensive fight. However, we're still winning the fight overall. Still winning the war overall. Don't need to throw troops away. Oh, the Ottomans. The Ottomans have just let them through. Of course they have. Well, we'll charge them down. Oh. Byzantium got onto Corfu. Excellent. That should be Ferrara, right? Fully sieged Ferrara out. Now we'll concentrate our aggressive expansion on taking things off Hungary, perhaps with Venice. So, take money. Take war reps. Out you go. Wurzburg. Oh, Wurzburg has already been taken out. Nope, that's Bamberg. Where are you? Yeah, you are. Wurzburg's been taken out. Cappice, you're out. And there's nobody that's got an outraged opinion of me. I find that difficult to believe. Could take Bamberg for ourselves. No, don't need to. War ups. Stay trade. That will do. Don't want to force his religion because I want to pick up Defender of the Faith at some point. So I don't want too many Orthodox countries knocking about. There we go. Alright, Hungary. Just you, me, and Venice left. We'll wait for Corfu, and then we'll look at piecing out. Alright, 2 on subject, 1 on outraged. There has to be outrage for people. You come back. We need a claim into Denmark. I must give you a gone to war down. Okay. Let's take back some of this. I don't know why Byzantium's not down here. Because he got stuck on Corfu. Right. Venice. Hungary. Everyone. You come back from Kazan, there's no point in improving relations with them. Venice is down to love. Might be able to separate peace out Venice now. Venice. How about Corfu? We struggled to get over to Corfu, we struggled to get over to Negroponte. And to Naxos. We just don't have the navy for down here. Most of our navy's in the Baltic. That'll do. We get Corfu out of it. Who doesn't need a fort, but will keep it up until it's got rid of its devastation. As for Hungary, it might be worth ending him now. It's just another tag that's constantly going to be on this list. Kazan, Sweden, Venice, Crimea, Hungary and the Otto Derps. We can tie Muscovy and Sweden up into a fight. Pretty much immediately. Ottomans are on the truce list, as is Crimea, I believe. Nope, Crimea's off. There we go. Hungarian Union, done. Commonwealth gains a permanent claim on Silistria area, excellent. Conquer Silesia, done, because Silesia is under us in terms of personal union. Bohemian Union, we already have Bohemia under us in a union. It's going to give us Diplo rep and Diplo annexation cost for 20 years, so we're going to save this. We're going to save this until we start the integration of, I don't know, Byzantium or Novgorod. Oh, random 6 stack. Excellent. Might be time to integrate to Byzantium. Maybe not. Not till we've got a few ideas worth in influence. Let's increase autonomy in the places that we've just taken. I have no qualms about doing this. At all. Much rather not having to face rebels than the value of the autonomy. Right, so Muscovy is on the truce list, but Sweden is not. If we declare into Sweden, Oldenburg comes in and Muscovy does. Nuremberg, sorry. Oldenburg does not. Nuremberg is the one province minor here. Can be pushed out very quickly. Pushing into Sweden, it's a very controlled cultural group. It's a very small cultural group, should I say. So our aggressive expansion, taking lumps out of Sweden here, is going to be with these people. And there's only 2 people in this area. Denmark and Sweden. And us. I think Muscovy is part of it. Are you? What culture is it? Caroline. No. So yeah, it's only Denmark, it's only Sweden. If we can keep relations high enough with Denmark, which I think we are, because he would go for the royal marriage, go for the alliance. We can take quite a big lump out of Sweden here. Without pissing off too many others. And we need to have it done and dusted by 1573, if at all possible. 1573, we can use a fight into Kazan again to separate the Ottomans from the French. perhaps, if it's required. Ottomans are at war. Ottomans are at war. So if Ottomans are at war, they're going to be at full maintenance. Their armies are going to be at full maintenance. So let's compare what morale they have now. Still, they've still got plus 20% for army reform. That 20% from army reform comes from an event, I believe. And I'd really like to wait until it drops off, or it burns off. Once it's burnt off, fine. We'll get into the Ottomans, but that last fight that we had with them was a little bit painful. Plus, they've got a morale advisor. Ugh. By contrast, our morale is 3.75. I mean, we're not a million miles away, but it does count, especially when we were level pegging in terms of discipline. Now we're not, but and you've just got a land, which is horrific. Plus he's activated his golden era. Right, off to Sweden. Who are you? Come on. No, can't have access. You can't have access either. I'll continue. Nope, not on other subjects. On outraged if we can. Patriarch authority. Yep. You come back from Novgorod. Click onto outraged countries. Good, good, and good. We'll grab some money from our minions. Austria, can I siphon your income? Yep. Almost 200 ducats worth. Get insiders. Bohemia, what about you? Why did you suddenly jump? Our Diplo rep is low. You have better Diplotech than us. You have quite a lot more Diplotech than us. Like by 2. 2? Nope, by 4. Right. I don't often do it, but we're going to have to start focusing Diplo. We're falling too far behind. Depletion of the European beaver. Excellent. Fairly certain it's going to become a Protestant empire, but we'll see. We'll see. Not that we care. Let's pay for those loans. Do we have any more? No. Trying to go for world conquest. Please start with the border goal. Not so much world conquest, but you can't really be pretty with your borders. Well, you can, but it's not a good way to play. Oh, what have we got here? Dread gems. Let's get the ones that don't need upgrading and have them protecting trade in Novgorod. And the world is in claims on that one. But it's okay. Denmark. Oh, Holstein's been pumped out. By whom? Denmark lost a war. It's a war that you fought against France. And they popped out Holstein. Damn it. We can still fabricate on Denmark. What a weird composition. Right. Let's not take attrition there. You come back from the Papal State. I don't care about his opinion of us. Not really. We'll get the claim on Slevzig. You can now come home. And declaring into you brings in Muscovy. Good. So we can lock in Muscovy. We can lock Muscovy into the same truce that we have with Sweden. In fact, how far away are you? No, miles away. He's winning the war against Kazan, so he'll easily join against us. Clergy, let's bring you back up. Miltech 11, Miltech 12, Miltech 13. How is Venice on Miltech 14? No idea, but let's go. Sweden, can I have your land? Can't bring you Muscovy as a co-belligerent because we have a truce with him at the moment. Let's go for Kalmar. We'll try to push out Muscovy as quickly as we can. You require 6, you only have the 5. Give you another couple of peoples. Wait till you're locked and then mop you up. I will support this siege by the Novgorodians. Oh. Well, that was the thing. Until you're locked again, we'll try and squish you again. You turned around, so we'll try and support the Byzantines. Are we locked? He's not going to last long enough. You lot group up in Moscow. And we'll shadow this 27 to wherever he goes. With Muscovy being in 2 wars, it will want to get out fairly quickly. And with him not being a cold belligerent, I don't mind grabbing a white piece with him as soon as we can. But the white piece we can get into him within 5 years' time. If we was to take land off him now, in this peace deal, then we'd end up with a giant truce with him and aggressive expansion. Too much aggressive expansion. No, go back the way you came. Where are you going? I think he's trying to link up with Sweden. How far away are we? Not too far. If we poop a couple of troops out, chuck them on his capital. We can't until we're through this. Oh, group up. And continue north. You get out of the way. Who's getting there first? 19th, 16th, 7th. Fifteenth of March, 19th of March. So we're going to be able to put our leader in charge. 15th, swap you out. Merge you together. Decent composition. I'd like more cav, but what can you do? He attacks us into the woods. And in the shock phase, we should blow him away. If we roll well. Which we didn't. That stunned him. You're already locked into woods, but it's 23 on 11. Muscovy. Is that enough? No. Not just yet. A couple of forts to fall. A couple of forts to fall. Possibly we may require his capital as well. Oh, and a conversion. Why is that taking so long? Oh, full corner part of a state. Alright, off you go. An interesting amount of troops you've got there. Are they all yours? Muscovy. How big's your army? Ah. At least 10,000 of them are probably mercenaries. That makes sense. That is another fort though. Do you want to get out? We're not far away. Just the act of being on the fort will be enough. Should be enough. Yep. White Peace Muscovy out allows us to turn everybody's attention onto Sweden, means that we can take a big lump out of them without having to worry about Muscovite forces in our squishy interior. So, fair enough. Let's go and have a word with the Nurembergs. Nurembergish? Something like that. I forgot. In fact, I could probably just put my yeah, I could probably just put my maintenance down. Allow my minions to do everything now. Okay, recall. Recall. Send people out to outraged at least. 3. What a weird province to take. How many fighting again? Not that many. Majority of them are down here. You about face. We might be able to squish the 10 stack. We will. Even in the woods. Not quite. How did you do that? How are you getting away? Now when I shatter, I have to wait in a province for a tick or two to generate morale. Not the AI. Done. Push down to Nuremberg. Whilst I sneeze my face off. Alright, go around. Nuremberg, do you want out? He does not. Well, we don't need everybody on here. How's our inflation? Oh, it's going up. Well, let's use caution. Also, how close are you? No. We'll take all of these. Ottomans. Ottomans are at war. Still at war. Has your modifier dropped off yet? It has. He's lost his plus 20% to morale. Right. So the Ottomans are back to being squishy. Plus 20% to morale. That's horrific. But no longer. Yeah, you need to be dealt with. We can get through Nuremberg first though. Do we need to get through Nuremberg? Don't want anything from him. We just piece him out. Take a white piece if he'll take it. We've got enough troops here to deal with this. We should have. Nuremberg. Did I go? He does. War ups. Money. Let's do a trade. Alright, just that then. Don't want to force his religion. It'd be hilarious, but we're going to pick up Defender of the Faith for the extra smidgen of morale. I don't want to have to defend all of these fools. Good. Pick up the squish. And this is the beauty of having personal unions. You can be doing your own little thing, but knowing that this war is continuing quite happily. Hey, Death Donut. Sweden wants out. That went on longer than expected. Alright, Sweden, let's have a look. Ah, great. My minions did a splendid job. Wouldn't mind this in the part of the deal. Probably that fort as well. What are we looking at? Oh, we're good. Very small culture group is Scandinavia, so you can eat into it a lot, take a lot of aggressive expansion, because the aggressive expansion for this area is only with the people in this area. So Sweden will feel it, and Denmark will feel it, and Muscovy might feel it. But apart from that, the rest of the world couldn't give a toss. That'll do. It's already 98% peace offer. Done. Commonwealth of Scandinavia has a certain ring to it. Why does my cat sound like a bird? He sounds weird all the time. All the time. He's a Bengal and they've got weird vocalization. Yeah, I know. I'm talking about you. So that, yeah, they do weird stuff to make weird noises. It's hilarious, but not when you're trying to sleep. Could do with a discipline guy. Let's get rid of you and you and help to get a discipline guy. Bring our maintenance down, we'll make some money. Who's next on the list of people to mess up? Oh, also Southern Cossacks, anything that gives you more offensive shock. Large gas cannons. Good. Hey, alright, Akgun. How the devil are you? My cats are adorable. Yeah, he can be. He can be adorable. Yours just sleep. Well, it's kind of there's a morale guy. We can pick a morale guy up. It's kind of what cats are good at. Just sleeping. You good at sleeping? Yeah, he's good at sleeping. He's good at sleeping and he's good at eating. That's about it. Oh, I'm pooping in the toilet. I told my cat to poop in the toilet because I was sick of changing his litter box. Next idea group. I think next idea group has to be influence. We're getting to the point where... Yeah, pick up influence. Oh, here he is. What's up with you? Hey? It's getting towards 6 o'clock, isn't it? It's nearly food time for him. Is it nearly food time? Yeah. Alright, did we ever find out who was next on the list to mess up? The Ottomans. We'd finished just in time. We had finished in time, and they had finished in time with getting rid of their nonsense modifiers, such as plus 20% to morale. Just in time to come down and mess them up. Holy Genoese Pontic steppe. That's only allied to Florence. Have you moved your capital over here? No. Still, that'd be an easy fight. So Clem's on you. Yep. Brings in France, but... Who else are you allied with? Who else could we use as a tool to get into you? Beja, Versailles, France is not guaranteeing anyone. Quite a few people is it against. Oh, he's still going to win. I think he'd already done the damage in the early parts of the war when he had the plus 20% to morale. But how are you getting on? I say it's Hiss and Kaifa has all the morale in the world. Hiss and Kaifa, Karakunlu, they're the ones fighting the Ottomans right now. So my ground's will halt. Ottomans. Ottomans down to 16,000 manpower. 21,000 mercenaries raised. Which will have done a number on his professionalism. He won't have any, or he shouldn't have any. 4%. What are we 1% away from? Very full garrison. Ugh. It's not brilliant. It's useful. No, it's not brilliant. Yeah, I think the next fight is going to have to be... I mean, we've already... Let's have a look what we actually control. We pick influence, so we can integrate Novgorod, Byzantium. Next fight into the Ottomans is for the taking of Trebizond, Isol. Bayazid if we can, just because it's forts, especially forts in mountains. I don't want to have to siege it through level 4 forts in mountains, level 6 forts in mountains, level 8 forts in mountains. So taking them out whilst they're still in their infancy is a good idea. There's no Hungary to deal with anymore. Now our fight's into Europe via Venice. Holy trade league. Oh no, it's not trade league, it's the is it trade league? Yeah, these are all 1 province miners. It's the biggest trade league I've ever seen. I thought we were bringing in the side of the nonsense. Might still be this actually. No, because it include the Ottomans. No, it doesn't. No, it's just one giant trade league. Interesting. What else you allied with? Mantua. Kazan in 73. Ottomans in 73. Is anyone on that list? Or is anyone not on that list that should be on the list? Not really. We've got claim into Denmark. We have troops in Denmark adjacent. Brings in Brandenburg, Bremen, Mecklenburg and Trier. Wouldn't mind taking out Bremen with its double trade modifiers. Get some more control over the Lübeck node. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go and feed my cats. I'm gonna go feed myself. Gonna go get ready for work because this is the time when I work. So I've been looking great as always. You lot have been amazing. Join me next time for more with the Commandant as we slowly nibble bits and pieces. I say bits and pieces. We took a giant lump out of Scandinavia, out of Sweden there. Take bits and pieces out of the people around us. And we wait for the age of absolutism to come along so we can pop Corn Country, gain a lot of absolutism, and expand a lot quicker with the additional admin efficiency that absolutism brings. What missions are we up to? Oh, we've got an additional minus 15% to Diplo annexation cost for 20 years. Which will stack it very nicely with minus 25% to Diplo annexation cost. So we'll get Byzantium and Novgorod integrated at that point. And we're not far away from winged hussars. Mock-out infantry ratio, which is basically less likely that we're going to activate insufficient support. But the cav compatibility, which will stack on top of the 25 that we already got, pushes us above 50. Nice. Anyway, until probably tomorrow actually. Until tomorrow. Do take care.